Episode 19. Hope you've been doing well since last episode. As always, like I say, if not, do not worry, life will get better. Because they can't be bad without good. So if you're going through bad times, just understand there is good times waiting. But anyways, today is about purpose and struggling with it because I've been going through it, struggling with my purpose and all that recently, and I think it's helpful to speak to you about it, to share with you my story, and then I'm going to go through some stuff to help you and help myself with struggling purpose and all that. So, you know, it's an important thing, purpose. It's what drives your life. It's what your life is about, your purpose. So, yeah. But I'll go straight into it. So, the thing that I struggled with was, recently is, it happened before multiple times. It's just one of those things, you know, where you question if you're doing the right thing or not. And I think when that happens is it's just life asking you, are you sure? Or like, do you want to do something different? Because I don't know if you know or not, but life asked you what your purpose is. You know, you don't ask life what your purpose is. You don't go, what is my purpose? Life asked you, what's your purpose? And then you answer. Well, recently, I suppose life has been asking me that or whatever, and I wasn't too sure. You know, it kind of, things didn't sit right, it didn't feel right. You know, I think about my podcasting with this, I think about my other content creation and like my ebooks, and it just doesn't sit right with me. Like, I normally do an ebook every month. This month, I haven't done one because I don't know what to write. But then I did go through the thing of like, I shouldn't do that anymore anyways. I shouldn't upload or force myself to write a book every month. I need to write quality, not quantity. So that, you know, helped me out. I asked myself, and I even wrote down this yesterday. What is my strength? What is my purpose that will help people, fulfill me, and help me escape a job? I had to ask myself that yesterday, and I kept questioning myself, you know, because it's generally a difficult thing. You know, normally it asks me, and I'm like, I'm doing this, or if I get unsettled and confused, after like a day or so, or even less than that, you know, I'm back on it, you know, like ebooks, content creation and all that. But this time, like a couple of weeks max, you know, I've just been struggling, like wondering what I am supposed to do, because there's all this stuff in your life, you know, and I'm 19, like, I don't want to go along in life doing the wrong thing, you know, because it's just a waste. But yeah, that's what I've been struggling with, just to let you know. It's with my purpose and all that, you know, because I just felt empty inside. It weren't fulfilling writing, you know, think about my ebooks and all that, and like some of the content creation. Podcasting is alright, so yeah, but I didn't want to stray away from everything, because I've been doing it for 2 years, over 2 years, and I feel like I should have more, but then you reap what you sow. And then I think to myself, well, how crap must I have been doing to only be reaping this much? But then I think I've been more focused on money and sides of stuff instead of what the actual thing is about, like me helping people. So, you know, when I get back my focus on helping people and the purpose and all that stuff and enjoying it, then yeah, it's alright. So I suppose that's kind of one of the things that caused me this situation. But yeah, anyways, I'm going to keep waffling, and yeah, but that's just what I've been struggling with, you know, my purpose, deciding if what I've been doing for the past 2 years is actually what is my thing, because, you know, it's just one of the things. Because of this process and what I've read in books and all that stuff, and what I've witnessed in life and all that, what I believe your purpose is, it's obviously, well, it's something like it's one of your strengths in life. That's the first thing. It's fulfilling, but also it's selfless, as in it provides for people. I think it's like those three things, you know, that's what your purpose is. You know, like the third stuff, like money and how much fame you get from it, how noticed you get from it, that's all irrelevant. You know, what matters is if it's for you, it's what you were made to do, if it helps people or not, because you can't run a business selfishly. And if it's fulfilling, and if it makes you a better person, if it makes you grow, if it makes you happy and proud and all that stuff. So that's what I think your purpose entices. That's what it includes. So you're gonna have to, if you are struggling with your purpose, whatever, you're gonna have to have like a long, hard look, if you know what I mean, to make sure you are doing the right thing. Because you've got to make sure it's fulfilling. All right, it doesn't matter what you do, it doesn't matter how much money you make. If you're not happy doing it, if it's not fulfilling, and if it's not helpful towards yourself, but especially other people, what's the point of doing it? I mean, everyone was made to do something on this earth. You was made to do a certain thing. So the best thing you can do, the best way to reward yourself and this life, is to do that thing, if you know what I mean. But that's what I think your purpose entices anyways. That's what feels right, if you know what I mean. I remember yesterday I was in the kitchen, making some lunch, as you do, and obviously that question that I wrote down kept going over my head, because that's one of the things that you do when you write down like a question like that. It gets your subconscious mind working, and obviously you'll come up with an answer sooner or later. So it's a good exercise. I do recommend doing it. But I was in the kitchen, and it kept coming to mind, Christianity and Stoicism, because they're like the two biggest things in my life. They're my two strengths. They're the two things I adore. They're the two things I focus on every day, reading the Bible and studying Stoicism and all that. Those two things, they're like the centre of me, if you know what I mean. So maybe that is what my purpose is. Yes, it's obviously there is including like the ebooks and content creation and this, but to include Christianity and Stoicism into that, and to include Christianity and Stoicism into everything I do. And what I realised yesterday is, instead of chasing happiness, I should chase Christianity and Stoicism, a Stoic mindset and a Christian heart. I think that's what it is. I'm not fully settled on it yet, but I think that is probably what my purpose is. I'm not too sure. I don't want to jump the gun, but it does feel kind of right, if you know what I mean. I'm not fully certain on it yet, but it does feel right, because I can keep doing what I've been doing, but also it's my strengths, so obviously it helps people and it does fulfill me. So it does align with what I believe purpose includes, which is good. But I think one of the things I struggle with is, obviously I like ebooks. I've been doing them for 2 years. So let's say if it definitely wasn't my thing to do ebooks, it was like, no, that's it, stop it, I don't think I'd be able to, because one, it's my main source of income really, that's entrepreneurship and all that, which is maybe a bad focus, but it's true. And two, I've been doing it for over 2 years now, and I just worry if I drop it, I could do it for like another month or something, or another 2 months, and then I get a breakthrough or something. But then if I drop it, I never witness that, and then I'm having to restart and reset everything, and I don't think I have the time for that, as in escaping the BS job and having the proper income from entrepreneurship and all that. I don't think I have the time, the patience, or all that to just restart completely again, because my mind will just keep going back to ebooks and all that. But I don't think ebooks are my thing at the moment. Whether they'll stay forever, I don't know, but I'd love to be an author, and I am tempted to start writing an actual book, like a full-on book. But I do not know what I'd write about, and I know it takes a long time to do it, so I'd have to make sure, because I don't just want to start writing and then halfway through decide, no, I want to write something else. I want to be sure. I want it to be like the thing I know the most, so I'm confident writing it, you know what I mean. But maybe that's why I've not been able to pick an ebook to start, because normally I can come up with a decision, or it just pops into my head, but this time it's completely blank. I've been on walks and stuff hoping to something pops into my head, but no. Then I've been purposely thinking, write down in my journal and all that, but nothing pops to my head either. So I don't know, but maybe Christianity and Stoicism is my thing and my purpose, because these are my two strengths. So obviously I'm keep that in mind, and for your situation, whatever that may be, keep that in mind. What are your two strengths? What comes into your head when you think about what is your purpose? What is fulfilling for you? What can you help people with, and all that. The thing I want to go through as well after this is why do you need a purpose? Well, it's the thing you were made to do. It's the driving force of your life. And I'm not being sexist here, but I know, especially for men, purpose is probably the most important thing in our lives. You know, if a man doesn't have a purpose, if he's not doing what he was made to do, he'll feel empty, he'll feel like a waste, you know, and that's kind of what I felt recently. I just felt empty, like it was all pointless, like I don't know what I'm doing. And then I've had to take like times off to just make sure I'm doing the right thing and all that. Us humans, like, purpose is our driving thing. You know, if we don't have a purpose, we're not living. And one of the most important things we've got to do is to have your purpose, to do the right thing. Like, if you're empty inside, if you're not fulfilled, if you're bored of life, sick of life, complaining of life, it's probably because you're not doing your purpose. It's probably because you're not doing the thing you're strong at. It's probably because you're not doing the thing you're good at. And it's because you're not doing the thing you were made to do. Like I said earlier, humans, we were all made to do our own thing. Like, we all work together in this world, but we all have our own job, our own role. And if you're not doing that, you're wasting your life, and you're not going to like it. And that's what worries me, especially people my age, that like just think of one thing to do, and that's it, they go and do it, instead of really sitting down and really thinking about what they were made to do, what is their strengths and all that. Because I could not just be like, oh, find a job, or it's paying a good amount of money an hour, or whatever, like £11 an hour, stacking shelves or whatever, and just go and do it for the rest of my life, or for however long. I could not do that, because it would just hurt me inside. And it's just like, if I don't do my purpose, what is the point? You know, I don't care. Like, if I had a job that, let's say, I'd make £1 million a year at, but I hated it, it wasn't my purpose, it wasn't fulfilling, I wouldn't do it. I'd rather have a job that is fulfilling, that is like aligning with my strengths, that I do love, and I only make like £5,000 a year, £500 a year. You know, it's just one of those things. Like, the purpose is the currency. It making you happy is the currency, not the money. That's just external. That is irrelevant. That's what the Stoics would say, the third thing. So don't focus on stuff like that, because it drives you away. And now that I think about it, as I said earlier, I have been focused on money a lot. So maybe that is the thing that's kind of drawn me away. But yeah, maybe it's that, and worrying about time, and worrying about, yeah, just things that are coming up and all that. But, you know, yeah, you need a purpose in life. If you don't do your purpose, you're going to feel very empty. So please, after this episode, understand, start doing your purpose, start discovering your purpose. And if you're doing, let's say you're not doing your purpose right now, that's okay if it aligns and it's going to take you towards your purpose. If you're just going along in life, going from one thing to the next, floating around, pointless. As the Stoic said, or something along the lines of this, is, no wind is favourable for the man who does not know which port he sails to. You know, it doesn't matter what happens in your life, if you don't know where you're going, nothing helps. So yeah, keep that in mind. You know, this episode is going to help me out, and also I'm trying to help you out as well with your purpose and all that, because it's very important. You need to understand it's important to have a purpose. It's important to do your purpose, because if not, you're mistreating your life. You know, everyone's different. Okay, I'm not telling you what to do, I'm telling you to do what you want to do. You know, what you should do, what you were born to do. And in that you'll find harmony, in that you'll find happiness, in that you'll find peace and growth and strength. And yeah, everything will align when you do your purpose. And that is what I'm trying to find myself, to make sure I'm doing my purpose. Now, it may change over time, you know, because it can be in layers. You know, you do one purpose and you succeed, then you go into another thing, and that, like, ebooks could be my purpose now, but later on it might not be. You know, it might be writing proper books, or it might be something completely different. But for now, at this very moment, do your purpose, and then to the next, and the next, and the next. So, what is your purpose right now? You know, you need to ask yourself that and understand that. So, hopefully, that helped. But, yeah, and I'll just have a quick chat with you if you want, you know. I mean, obviously, you can't speak back and all that, but I'll tell you some things that's happened in my life recently. Because why the heck not? I know I've literally planned here those 4 things I've just gone through, then something extra, something random. You know, that was like the original plan when I first started this podcast. If you go to episode 1, you'd see that I said I'd speak about self-improvement stuff, then somewhere along the line, like at the end of summer, I'd speak about something random that's going on in life. So, but I don't actually do that, but I'll do it now, because why the heck not? So what interests happened in my life? Well, if I get it quickly, I got into poetry. But when I say got into, I literally ordered this book the other day. It came yesterday. I had a quick flick through it, and it's going to be as it looks like inside, just in case you want to know. It's called Staying Alive, Real Poems for Unreal Times. That's the front cover. As you can see, I don't really like the front cover though, because it looks like it's going to possess me. But okay, maybe hopefully get into poetry. Pretty cool if I do. But like I saw this poem scrolling through by this woman. I can't remember what her name was, but like the last letter to God or something. And basically, what I found out, I searched it up. She struggled with depression and then she killed herself. Like damn, and that was the last thing she wrote. So this book will touch my heart. These poems will touch my heart. You know, I wanted to get into poetry, but I didn't want to just do like just for entertainment wise. I wanted it to actually help me and grow and stuff and help me in life. So that's the perfect thing to have. It's like how many poems is it? 500 poems. 500 life affirming poems. So yeah, which will just help you with a lot of stuff. I don't know what it is in it exactly because I've not read it yet, but it looks pretty cool. So that's what I've done. Yeah, that's been a quick little talk, but I hope this episode has helped you in some way. If not, hopefully it's entertained you a bit. But I thank you for watching. As always, I'll do a book recommendation. Normally I'd recommend a book, physical book, but instead I'm going to recommend my ebooks. So then the links in my bio and link in the description as well. So if you want to check them out, go ahead, but I'm not going to force you. But they are really helpful. So, you know, and the bit of wisdom I'll give you today is, I've written this down in this kind of like journal plan book thing I use. I use it to also help plan out my episodes and all that, and ebooks and other stuff. But I've also got a quote page here, and I got this quote I like kinda from I think with Discipline is Destiny, or could just call it one of the books by Ryan Holiday, one of those two. And it basically said something along the lines of this: you don't have to see your destination, you just have to see what's in front of you. Because he went into like car headlights, and how the car headlights, you know, they don't show your entire path, your entire journey. It just shows what's in front of you, and that's kind of like the metaphor of what it needs to be in life. You don't need to know where exactly you're going. You just need to know what's in front of you. You just need to know the next step, and then the next step, and then through that you can get to the end. I think that helps your purpose. You know, you don't have to know what you're supposed to do in 10 years time. You don't have to know what you're supposed to do in 15 years time. Know what you're supposed to be doing today and tomorrow and next week and the week after, something like that. You know what I mean? So yeah, you know, you don't have to see the entire journey, the entire path. You just need to see what's in front of you. So yeah, hope today's helped. It is a bit of a waffling episode, I suppose, compared to usual, but just something I wanted to do, something I wanted to film, and something that can hopefully resonate, help you in whatever way, and wake you up and make you realise that you need to do your purpose, whatever that may be. So enjoy yourself, enjoy life, and go do your purpose and make this world a better place, because that's what you're made to do. So thank you, and I hope to see you next time, which is episode 20. It means I've been doing this podcast for 20 weeks. And also I thank you for the 700 plus subscribers. I think that is damn amazing. Really appreciate that. Didn't think I'd get this far this well, but yeah, I really appreciate it. I really appreciate everyone's support and everyone watching, even though my retention rate is crap and none of you will probably see this, but yeah, appreciate it anyways, no matter what. So thank you for 700 subscribers, and I'm looking forward to the journey that lays ahead, whatever that may be. So see you next episode.